And welcome to MATTO'S Mania episode. MATTO'S Mania, the most boring thing on the internet. Totally boring. If you're watching this, you're as boring as I am for making them. We're all stupid. Who cares? Let's make MATTO'S Mania more exciting. Let's go. What we got? We got Pillars of the Earth. And what is happening with Pillars of the Earth? Pillars of the Earth is an old game. Pillars of the Earth is a dated game. Pillars of the Earth is a game I enjoy. What we got? It's thin. I've made it thin. I've made it half the size of the original box. So it's worth it. But there's not many pieces inside. So it wasn't much of a fun box to make. But it is also the first box that I've made where I have brought one of the square boxes down to a smaller size, because normally I do the rectangular boxes like Puerto Rico and games like that. But now I am doing square boxes. These are 29 centimeters square, a little bit bigger. 29 inside squares. This is 30.3 centimeters square, which is a bit bigger than the actual box. So it's really annoying. So you get this black bit around the edge, which I can't do much about. And then it looks a bit weird around the edge because I've managed to make this go all the way, but it can't go all the way here unless I stick something around the edge, and that will look really stupid. What's the point in that? Let's have a look at this anyway. Anyway, this is the cover of Pillars of the Earth. It's a pretty boring cover. In fact, it's really dated, but it's still a nice picture. This is very poor. It's too crushed in, but it's only 3.5 centimeters thick, so I can get 2 games on my shelf for the space of this game originally. How amazing is that? That has to be worth it. These 4 sides, they're all exactly the same. Pillars of the Earth. Have you read the book? The book is great. Ken Follett, he might be trashy, he might be lightweight, but he's actually a really good writer, and he's really readable. And you start reading the book, and you're there, you're in the world. He writes brilliantly. I really enjoy Pillars of the Earth. And I'm a stonemason, so I love this game because it's all about what my job is. Let's have a look in the box. Oh, nice action. It's got a nice action. Just enough grip to make it not fall apart when you pick it up, but not so much grip that you can't get the lid off. Let's get the lid off. Here we go. Rules. Now, originally, because there wasn't much in this game, I thought I could get it in one of those A4 boxes, because that is what I really wanted to do. But if I'd wanted to do that, I would have had to fold the rules in half. How sacrilegious is that? Fold the rules in half? You must be joking. But I would have been willing to do it if I could have fitted it into my standard box. But I couldn't fit it into my standard box, so I had to go with this square box. Now, there were so few components in this game that it was actually really hard to make a box because there's hardly any bits in it. So what do? You end up with loads of wasted space. So I've got loads of wasted space, but who cares? So, let's see. We've got the board. Probably one of the most beautiful boards in board gaming. Maybe not anymore, but certainly when it was made, it was amazing. And it is amazing. Menzel. Oh, we're by Menzel. What a lovely board. Lovely artwork. Pieces. What we got? We've not got very much in it. We've got the cathedral here that you make. And how exciting is it to make this cathedral when you play Pillars of the Earth? It is so exciting. This is the thing that makes us board gamers, that we love putting little bits of wood together to make a cathedral. That is amazing. Why doesn't it look a bit more like a cathedral? But it's not bad considering how old this game is, because this game is probably 16 or 17 years old. And that is what is amazing about this game. It is so old, and yet I still play it. That is the cathedral. Let's show you a close-up of the insides of the box. There's not actually very much in here at all. You see, that's the problem. And that's why I can make it so thin, which is wonderful to make the thing so thin, because that's the whole reason I do it anyway. But the problem making it so thin is this doesn't look very good. And so, what do you do? Do you go for practicality or do you go for looks? I just don't know. But at the end of the day, I just go for thin boxes because I want to save space. I don't care. But also because this game, even though I like it, and it is a nice game, and I really do enjoy it, I'm not heavily emotionally attached to this game. So, because it was my first square one, I thought to do it as an experiment to see what it was like, because I didn't want to do my first square one to see if everything worked well, if my measurements were right on a game that I really cared about. So I did this. So it's a bit thin and there's not many pieces, and I didn't really put my heart and soul into it very much, which is a bit slack. But I'm quite tired in my brain, and I'm just after making 3 or 4 other boxes, and really I just wanted to get this one made, and really that is not very good, because when I make a box I should put my heart and soul into it all the way, but I didn't. But I don't care, it's come out alright. What we got? We got a tray here with the 4 resources in it, and they've got the jobby plastic bits in it, which are wonderful, and I still don't know what they're called. But that is not really very good, because you just sort of dump them all on the board anyway. But will it work if you have the board with that other side? I don't know. I won't know until I play the game. Anyway, that's what it's like. And then we've got the playing pieces here. Now, I was very slack here because I put them all in one tray and I pulled them out. Look at these pieces. Don't you just love these pieces? Why don't more games use these pieces? And what I really wanted to do was I wanted to make 4 boxes, so you could give each box to the player with their colour and say, there are your pieces. But do you know what? I could not be bothered. I just thought, sod it, it's 2 o'clock in the morning and I can't be bothered to make 4 little boxes when it's so much quicker to make 1 box. So I made 1 box, and you can just pull them out and give them. And anyway, you pull out these wonderful little pieces here and you bung them in the bag anyway. And you pull out these little discs and you put them on the board anyway. So all you got is a few little workers. And is it really worth making 4 individual boxes for 4 or 5 workers? No, it's not. That is getting too stupid. I am stupid. I've done it in the past, and I might have done it again, but who cares? And then we got a bag with nothing in it. There's a bag with nothing in it that takes up almost a third, or possibly even, maybe not quite a third, a quarter of the box size. That is how easy it was to make this box, because I'm not struggling for room at all in any way. And then I've got these pieces here, which are the neutral pieces and things like that, which I don't know if you can see on the camera next. I'm not doing very well. And the dice. And I could have made some nice fancy storage solution for that, but I didn't. I thought, bung them in there, there's a big hole, we just bung them in there, that's great, and then we can pull them out, and it's not a bother, and it doesn't matter. And then I put all the cards in a tuck box, which is great. All the cards in tuck box. I didn't think about making 3 or 4 tuck boxes of all the different cards, or making some kind of tray, but I thought, sod it, we'll just put it all in one big box, because that's easier. And all I was trying to do was get the box made, so I wanted to see what it's like, and it's not completely my maddest game, and that was it. So we put the board on, which is a little bit tight, which is a little bit annoying. I've made it a little bit tight, and maybe if we have played this game 150 times, then the edges of the board might get a little bit worn, but we can cope with that. Now, they're the rules. I didn't follow the rules because I made the box square. That's good. That's on there. And then we put the Pillars of the Earth lid on, and that is Ken Follett's Pillars of the Earth. Woo, that is it. That is it. It is finished. It is not one of my best boxes, but let's look at it again. It's alright. It's actually, the more I look at it, I actually think it's alright. It's quite practical, and you can play the game, and it takes up half the space of the thing. That is it. So, welcome, thank you, not welcome, what am I doing? I don't know what I'm talking about, my throat is going. So, goodbye, that is MATTO'S Box Mania, episode to do with Pillars of the Earth. Goodbye.